Everyone, Abdel here. Welcome to another video. So today I'm going to be speaking about a topic that I don't think I've done a video on before on this channel, and that is sales calls. I'm going to be speaking about objections on sales calls and what are the most common objections that you need to handle during the sales call, or you can handle them also prior to the sales call when you're setting up your landing page and doing your copywriting, right? But I wanted to also speak briefly about one important thing before going before moving forward with the video's topic. So I know a lot of you guys don't have experience doing sales calls, all right, and selling your offer, except for those of you who have a sales experience or sales background, maybe like closers or sales agents who are used to sell stuff, right? Either through the phone or door to door, or just, doing just like sales practices. But most of you guys do not have that background and have that expertise. So I can understand that jumping on sales calls is kind of scary. It's challenging. You don't know what to say. You don't know how to handle common objections, what to say when someone says you're too expensive, or what to say when someone says, can you give me a special price, or what to say when someone says, how is your service different, all right? So all of this seems scary, but I can guarantee you there is a way on how to make sales calls not feel like sales calls at all. And that's exactly what I usually show my clients when I work with them and give them an idea about how to handle those calls, because at the end of the day, you need to convert people when you jump on calls with them. But there is a trick that I always use that makes the call go a lot smoother. It makes the sale a lot easier. But before doing this, before speaking about this, I wanted to speak briefly about one important thing. And to me, this is one of the most challenging and also important aspects about the sales call. And this is what happens prior the sales call. It's the system that gets you to generate calls. Because let's agree, generating calls or demo calls for your service is a difficult task on its own, right? It's not something that you can just clap your fingers and then you're going to have people lining up to work with you. Although when people work with me, actually have that sense sometimes, but it takes time and it takes proper work, right, to do so. So also, you're not basically calling people from a list that you bought from somewhere. So you're actually doing the work and getting people to be interested in what you have to offer, and then having them to book a free demo with you. So what happens during the prior to the sales call, the system that gets you the call, is, to me, one of the most important and challenging aspects of a sales call itself, right? Because you have to do two things. Make sure that people understand what they are signing up for. When people book a call with you, you should communicate clearly the aspects of the call. What is it about? What is going to happen? And what you can expect during the call. This way, you're going to be making your calls a lot easier. So you're not going to be ending up with people who believed something, or believe they're going to get something else, right? A lot of people do this just like to book the call. They promise a few things, or they give an impression that people are getting something, but when they jump on a call, they find it to be something completely different, right? So you don't want to do that. That is the first thing that you have to get when you're setting up your system, your landing page, your messaging, your ads. And the second thing, which is also important, that happens prior to the call, is to make sure to get people to get the right people for your program. That's why you have to have the right messaging that communicates the value of the program. Tell people exactly what you have to offer for them. They have to understand that you have a program, that you want them to join the program, but that call is just a way for you to give them a sense of how it is to work with you, right? So once they understand this, one, you're going to be having people who have high interest in working with you because they understand exactly what you want them to do and what you have like in store for them, right? Second is through that messaging and having them expect, like having them understand what they can expect during the call, you're also going to be making it easier to actually have this sales call for them, right? It's like you're not having the pressure that you need to like show them something else than what you have promised them. You're not having the pressure that what if, I jump on the call with them and I present to them like what I have in terms of program and offer, and they're surprised. So all of those things are getting like out of the window, right? And you don't have to worry about those. So to me, that is the most important aspect and also challenging aspect of the sales call, besides actually getting results and having people to book call with you. Now, get into the core topic of this video, which is sales objections, right? And usually when it comes to objections, that is one major thing that people like to use different variations from when giving you some kind of an objection of a hard time during the call. And that is usually your pricing, all right? Let's be honest, it is the number one factor when it comes to converting people into the call, or when it comes to dealing with objections. All of the objections, or not all of them, but most of the objections are about money, and people just like give you different variations. When someone says, why is your service different from others? It usually means that I have found a similar service, but it is cheaper than yours, right? Or I have found a similar service, they offer probably like they are bigger than you, all right? They're more experienced than you, and they have similar service to you, right? So, or similar pricing to you. So why would I go with you and not with them, all right? It's like, this is also money related. One of the other objections that is kind of related to money that you're going to hear during the sales call is, what is your guarantee if things do not work out, right? And the other one that you will definitely hear that is, straight up about money, which is, it's kind of expensive for me. Can you offer a special pricing? Now, I'm going to tell you how you can handle these three main objections and how you can turn them around and make them work for you, or, just like handle them and get people to basically convert, all right? Have more results. So the thing about objections is, when they are genuine, when the prospect is someone who is interested, they're not going to be telling you that they cannot afford the service. They're going to be telling you different versions of, it's kind of expensive, but I need you to explain to me why is it worth it, right? So it is totally okay that people have objections. I remember that when I was doing my first ever sales calls, when people have some kind of an objection to this, I used to feel like kind of triggered because like why I did pretty much my presentation. I showed the value for the program. Why do you still have objections about working with me? If you still have objections, it means you're not a good fit. And this is a big and major error that I was doing. It's kind of a beginner mistake, right? They're about to give me their hard-earned money. It is okay for them to ask questions. I mean, it's not okay to ask a million questions, right? But it's okay to ask, one or two questions or three questions that are super relevant, right? That people just need some answers for to feel comfortable with their investment, right? At the end of the day, they're giving you their money, and if you're promoting your coaching or expertise program, it's kind of it's probably in the high end of what most people are used to pay for a service. So let's start with the first objection, which is why is your service different? Now, this is a kind of tricky one because what you're going to be mostly doing, if you don't know exactly how to handle this objection, is probably just remind them of the features of your program, right? So what you want to focus on, the best way to handle this objection according to me, is to focus about relevance, right? So if you're offering a service and you have a lot of competition and bigger players offering the same service for the same pricing, what you can play with is how relevant your expertise is to solving that exact problem your prospect is dealing with, right? You have to communicate that idea that specific problem that you struggle with, I understand it very well. I'm probably the only one who have more experience solving that specific problem that you're dealing with, and I'll help you achieve that specific outcome. So focus on relevance, right? Focus on why your expertise is super, super relevant to their own situation. Use every bit of information that they've given you about the problems they're struggling with right now, about the outcomes, specific outcomes they want. And what you can add to this is, if your competition is offering the same service with the same pricing, but for a certain period of time, try to improve, try to give them a better deal. For example, offer the same pricing, but with more bonuses, with more time involvement, but also make it on a longer period of time, right? Just so you can make the sale and start working with clients, because it is super important to start having your first clients, because that's going to teach you a lot, all right, about your business, about your needs, about serving your clients. So this is the objection number one. So the second objection that you're going to be handling in your sales call, as we've seen, is going to be about guarantee. What is your guarantee in case, or in the case things do not work out, or you're unable to provide the results that you promised? So there are two types of guarantees that are popular in this kind of digital service, but this depends on your industry, on your practice, on what is the standard practice in your industry, in your niche, and the type of service that you offer. But generally speaking, there are two popular styles of handling this or offering a guarantee, this type of service. One of these two is my favorite, and the other I never use it. So the one that I never use it, which is refunds. I see a lot of agencies and a lot of people. I'm not saying most people use it, but I've seen quite a lot of people actually use this, which is, we're going to be getting you results or you don't pay. I really do not like this one. I dislike it, right? For a number of reasons. One of the most important reason is that if you're actually, when you provide a service, you're doing the work, right? It's not like you're not doing anything. You're doing the work. At least when it comes to me, I'm doing the work. I'm building stuff. I'm doing research. I'm writing. So it doesn't make sense for me to give refunds, right, to people, because I have spent actual time, right, to do the work. So not because I'm offering you, I'm promising some results that makes whatever I did worthless, right? A lot of people offer copywriting services, offer consulting without any promise, and people do not have an issue actually asking for a guarantee. But as soon as you add a promise to it, people are going to start, hey, they're going to be holding you accountable for that promise, ask you what is your guarantee. So to me, the best guarantee I always give to my clients, to my prospects, and that is, if things do not work out, I'm going to stay with you. I'm going to do the necessary changes to get you the results that I have promised you, or the results that we agreed on, right? So when they ask me this question, what is your guarantee? I tell them that I rarely, or all of my clients that I work with have had some kind of results. Some clients have had really great results, others less great, but we were able to always get results for all of the projects that I've been able to work on. So this gives them a little bit more confidence in my service. Now I tell them, but in the case of, for whatever reason, we are not able to generate calls or give you the results that you want, I'm not going to leave you on your own. I'm not just going to hand you the system and tell you, hey, this is your system now, deal with it. I'm going to stay with you. I'm going to do the necessary changes. I'm going to do the editing. I'm going to find out why we're not able to get results and work with you until we get results that you're happy with. So this is how I personally handle this objection, and that's what I suggest you do as well. So the third common objection that you're definitely going to hear during your demo or sales calls that is straight up related to money, it is, I cannot afford it, right? But other times you might hear it as, let me think about it, which is kind of a similar thing, but you're going to be on calls with people who genuinely want to think about this decision. They can afford it, but to them, they probably haven't made such a big investment in a program similar to this one before. So they're a little bit hesitant, reluctant, and but other people actually just like to use this to say, I'm not interested, or just, I cannot afford your service, right? So the way I'd like to handle the objection of, let me think about it, I want to make sure that it is not financial. So what I would say is, I understand this is kind of an important financial decision that you have to make, but I want to make sure that this is the right decision for you. This is something that is you feel comfortable moving forward with. So can you tell me if there is anything that you believe might be holding you back right now from moving forward and proceeding with the program or with joining the program, right? And I would just shut up and tell them, give them time to actually answer this question. So I'll get them to think a little bit, like for a few seconds. Some of them would say, yeah, actually I have like one or two questions that I want to make sure, or just like other people would say, everything is clear. You've done a great job explaining everything to me. I just, need to think about this a little bit thoroughly, or I'm ready to join, but I just need a little bit more time to get back to you. Or usually people, what they need to think about is mostly financial, right? It's about giving you money. So they'll like to sleep on it a little bit. And most of the time when people come to me, or they say, let me think about it, is they ask for kind of a special pricing, or a way to make the investment a little bit easier for them. So I'm going to tell you how to handle that with this common objection as well, which is the second variation when people say to you, this is a little bit expensive to me. So how would you actually handle this objection as well? As I would make sure that this is not financial first. I would tell them, I understand that this is kind of an important financial investment. I probably haven't invested in a program like this before. So I want to make sure that this is purely financial and not something else that is preventing you from joining the program. So do you think there is something else that is unclear, they haven't really given you much detail on, that's probably prevented you from moving forward right now? And I will let them speak, right? So if they answer yes, there is some detail that I haven't really, I need more details on, or a thing, or an area, an aspect of the program that I don't understand, help them understand that aspect. If they say yes, this is purely financial, my financials do not allow me to invest in such a program or to do such an investment right now, what you would say is, you have three options. You can say to them, all right, what would be the price point that would make sense to you right now financially, right? And they will give you a pricing. And with that pricing, you can decide, right? Or the second option, you could give them, all right, what would be, if I would offer you a payment plan, right? Would you be interested to join the program? If they say yes, give them a payment plan, right? Like a 2-time payment or 3 times, depending on what you offer. The third option is, I understand that this is important investment, but I also want help you, right? To me, I don't really care about what you're giving me in terms of money. I mostly care about helping you, all right? If you don't join the program, I'm going to hop on another call and have another person join the program. But I don't want you to just stay there without solving a problem. So if I would offer you a similar service that offers similar benefits, but with less time involved for myself and with a less investment than this, would you be interested? It's like a downsell, right? And see what their response, or see what they reply to you, right? And so that's basically how you handle these most common objections to sales calls. And understand that it is totally fine that you feel awkward at first, that you don't really have that scripted way of answering questions. It's totally fine if you missed answering a question or two during your sales calls. You don't remember what to say because, you've probably never been on sales calls before promoting your services. So it's totally fine. It's part of the process, it's part of the learning curve that you have to get when you start promoting or monetizing your expertise and selling your services. And you're going to get better along the way. You're going to get better with time. And this is why I always promote the demo call system for new experts with new expertise businesses or new coaching businesses, because it's going to teach you a lot about your business, about your prospects, about how to handle objections. It's just going to make you a better business person, right? You're going to learn how to make a sale in different aspects about your business. And the more you hop on calls and demo calls, the more you learn how to handle those calls. When you close people, you gain so much confidence from selling your services, and with time, it becomes second nature to you. So do not take it very seriously. The more calls you get, the better. And as long as you're getting more calls, don't really take anything seriously or to heart, especially if someone does not want to join your program, right? Record your calls, of course, and listen to them. This is what I mostly fail to do, to be honest. I always forget to actually record my calls. But try to record your calls and get back to them, see what you can improve, and then improve during the next call. All right, so that was it. If you guys enjoyed today's video, if you have any questions about anything I just said, leave them down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give it a like if you liked it. And also leave your comments below. I love reading your thoughts. And thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.